Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 21 of my If My Heart Had Wings playthrough. So last time we continued the Ageha route, and it was a mixed bag. Mostly a bad bag, if that's a thing. Mostly it wasn't good, and I wasn't having a whole lot of fun because so far this route is my least favorite, and I wasn't enjoying it a whole lot. Now, I've been thinking about it since our last part and trying to figure out why I disliked it and why so far it's like mostly not worth it. Now, I did explain it last episode, but at the time I was emotionally compromised, if you could call it that, and so it is a little hard to remain impartial and describe my feelings or what I'm thinking exactly, like when I'm actively going through something. And so in hindsight, it's much easier for me to once I've separated myself, time has gone by, then I can look back and I can figure out a reason to describe and explain why I felt this way or why I felt that way or whatever. Anyway, and so, that is kind of a thing. So I've been thinking about it since then. Now, I think the reason that I'm not enjoying the Ageha route, now I did explain it a little bit last episode, but I think I have more clarification. The major reason is because I think I pictured it being cuter. I think I pictured it being, I did expect drama, and I did expect there to be angst or whatever, because every route has had some variety of it, has had some form of angst or drama or whatever. They've all had it. Now, but I think I expected Ageha's route to have a little more, cutesy romance with Aoi. I think I pictured more that, they're best friends, and yes, things are weird, and it takes time to kick in, and maybe they're scared because they don't want to ruin a friendship, and I pictured some kind of drama, but I think I expected it to be a little cuter. And then when Ageha was very cold to Aoi, and then of course the other half of the major reason was because the crap that was hitting the fan was very related to Aoi specifically, and not because in previous routes things were happening, but it wasn't about him. Whereas in previous ones, it was happening, but he was just dealing with any kind of issue coming up as the girl was dealing with it too. And it wasn't about him, whereas this one was very centered on him, and so then he got stiffed pretty badly by lots of things that are happening. And then Ageha has always been very sweet and very cute and very caring for all the other routes and stuff. I mean, for the most part. But then in her own route, now she's less sweet because we're going into deeper, you know what I mean? There's more emotions flowing around. And so, I don't know, I think I expected it to be cuter, once the romance got going, and I didn't expect it to be so centered on, Aoi being the center of a lot of the drama. And I think that's the problem. I think that is the issue. So, anyway, I'm hoping that, I don't know if this is a finale of this route or not. I don't know how much more we have left, and so we're just going to play more or less our normal length, and we'll just see what happens. And then, we'll just see. I'm hoping that the rest of the route maybe gets better, and if nothing else, I'm hoping that the twins' respective routes are better, if nothing else. So, we will see, but let's go ahead and, hop into it. Asa-chan was the first to notice us. Sorry we're late.
ごめんなさい。
Sorry.
いや、よかった。来てくれて本当によかった。
Oh, right. So at the very end of last episode, Aoi and Ageha were AWOL from the test flight of their new wings on the new glider. And so they were across the lake, looking at it, and that's where we got all the backstory stuff of why Ageha was acting a lot of the way she was acting. And we got a lot of explanation at the very end of last episode, and so they saw the whole group take off and do things, but they weren't here for it. So that's kind of what happened last episode. So that's what this whole thing is about. Are you all right?
あんなにピーキーだとは。確かに設計通りの性能だが、あれは私では無理だ。
The controls are so sensitive. It's certainly performing according to the designs, but that's too much for me.
私もすぐには無理。
Same here. I can't do it off the cuff. Kotori was also on the brink of depression.
シミュレータと動き方は同じなんだけど、G とかこっちの緊張が別物よ。
Sorry, I was getting my flavored water open. Anyway, The movements are the same as in the simulator, but the G-force and the tension, those are a completely different story.
連れてきたか。
So you brought her after all? Yeah. I heard everything.
ああ、聞いたか。
Ah, so you heard. Anchan's eyes seem to ask if I'm alright. I'm fine. I like her nevertheless.
そうか。
I see. Anchan nodded gently.
アゲハの腕は最高だぞ。今のところ飛行には何の問題もない。
Ageha's skill is second to none. This glider flies without a hitch. Yeah, I wasn't worried about that even a little bit.
偉そうにこの。
Look who's bragging about it. Anchan and I gave each other a bro fist.
見ててやれ。思う存分飛んでこい。
I'll be watching you, so fly to your heart's content. Yeah. Meanwhile, Ageha was talking with Yoru about something. On her face, there was no trace of the sweetness from before. Instead, she had an expression of a serious engineer. Of someone who will make the glider fly, and will do whatever it takes to make it happen. This is the figure and expression that will support me during my flights. Yeah. At that moment, I felt from the bottom of my heart just how happy I was to be in love with her. That's cute. It's too bad she still hasn't said she loves him in so many words. Still waiting for that. Anyway, and then I flew. With our new wings, I soared through the sky for the first time in a year. He's very happy. Wait a minute, too fast, you're going too fast. Kotori was panicking in the rear seat, but I paid her no mind and tried out all sorts of maneuvers. This new aircraft was moving as if it were a part of my body. It was flying where I wanted without delay. The tips of the wings were precisely catching the air currents, allowing me to fly freely in any direction. Amazing! Kotori, this is amazing! It's too much. This isn't part of the test. Kotori got angry and tried to control the glider from her own seat, so I reluctantly restrained myself for the rest of the flight. Yeah, well, who could blame him? It's been a long time. Then we landed. During the flight, the glider performed exceptionally well, but when it came to takeoff and landing, the standard airframe I was using at the gliding grounds was more stable. However, that's not an issue for a glider that's superior in every other aspect. It can't be helped if I'm going to fly to the morning glory. Welcome back. I'm back, in one piece. I lightly spread my arms to show her I returned safely. Those around us seemed puzzled. So how was it? It's very sensitive indeed. It feels completely different than our old glider. You feel like a bird when you're flying it. With this glider, I feel we'll be able to reach the morning glory. Right? Kari, uh-oh. Ah, the student council president seems angry. Gonna be honest, I forgot she was here. It's good that you returned safely, but this is bad for my heart, so I hope you'll keep things in moderation from now on. Sorry, we've got the necessary data, so I won't fly like that again. Time to reflect. Personally, I had lots of fun, but now I know full well how stressful it is for the bystanders. Not to mention that we should try to avoid worrying the president since we owe her so much. I think it's about time to call it a day. I want to check the glider and make a few adjustments. Roger. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for being so late. Thanks for coming. Ageha bowed her head to Anchan, Akari, and Mabo. Then we all took a commemorative photo. Okay, here we go. Ageha set the timer and quickly returned to the rest of us. We waited for a few seconds. Ageha took my hand, making sure no one noticed it. Our eyes met for merely a second. Even after we fly to the morning glory, after our dreams come true, even after that, we'll be together forever. Those were the feelings that her hand conveyed to me. I squeezed her hand back. With that, we showed the rest of the best of smiles on the photo. Aw, that's so cute, dude. I just want her to say it. Just say you love him, please. Well then, my sister finally arrived. Kotori got in Hibari's car. Hibari, who normally only visits on weekends, has been coming here more often because of summer vacation. It appears Kotori will be eating with her parents today. The Kazuto sisters apparently wanted to tell their grandfather about the maiden flight of the glider, so they also rode off in a chauffeured car. Anchan and the others returned home as well, leaving Ageha and me alone in the secret base. Gasp. You think they're gonna have a nice chat? Ageha and I, just the two of us. There's no one else. No one will be coming for a while. They're just like so awkward. The mood was heavy and somewhat embarrassing. While circling around the glider, we were subtly trying to avoid looking at each other. First, we need to check how high it can fly. We have to make sure it can reach 2,000 meters. Right. There doesn't seem to be any abnormalities in the wings. Yeah. Our walk around the glider was gradually slowing down. They're so awkward, dude. Little by little, the distance between us was decreasing. We were both talking about the glider, but soon we stopped registering what we were saying. Then finally, our bodies collided. Oh, wow. Am I gonna have to cut away already? It's like, I feel like we just got here. First, we kissed. Aw, that's nice. Wow, like 10 minutes in, I'm already gonna have to cut away in a second, I feel like. You could tell her kissing. Anyway, I guess I'll wait a second. Alright, we're good. Our lips brushed against each other's. Our movements grow bigger, now employing our tongues. Ah, wow, things are getting spicy. You know the problem with this? Here's the thing. Obviously, this is blind, and so I don't know how much farther. Like, here's the thing. Like, because I don't want to read any farther than I have to out loud. Like, because I don't want to like cut too early and me stop reading, because in post, if I try to cut away, like, and there was other slides, I'll have to summarize it, which is, I guess, easier than not. So I don't want to cut too early, but if I cut too late, then I thought, oh well, I didn't have to read all this out loud. I could have cut whatever, like several slides ago, you know what I mean? And I don't have a way of knowing that at the time. Obviously, it's blind. And so I don't have a way of knowing, like, when that point is. I have to just guess, obviously, because it's blind. I don't know what I'm doing. And so in post, I'll be like, oh, well, you know, I could have cut earlier. And so a lot of the time in post is when I fix a lot of this stuff. So I just cut away right when I feel like, I was like, yeah, actually, this is fine. Because, you know, hindsight and all that. But at the time, I'm just thinking, like, should I stop reading now? Is this the point where I probably would cut away? And obviously, I don't have a way of knowing that. But if we're away from the plot, like, you know, like the real plot, not like the meme plot. But if we're away from the actual plot, I could cut away any moment. Or I might already could have cut away, technically, but I don't know. But so we'll probably go maybe another slide or two, maybe, but we'll see. The cut will probably be happening any second. Her tongue went inside my mouth. That's nice. Okay, that's it. I'm deciding. I'm calling it. Here's the cut. Okay, we're back. Literally 40 minutes later. 40 minutes. Now, granted, it was fun. It was fun for me, but like, that's a lot of footage getting cut out of these episodes, man. Like, ever since the patch is a thing, now like all the forward progress is so much slower. Cause like I'm watching all the hentai scenes, man. So it's just like, you know, obviously I'm not showing any of that, but it really slows progress. Anyway, wow, lots happened. So, recap. Ageha's kind of freaky, dude. She's kind of freaky, not gonna lie. And their little contest of, like, her not refusing to say that she loves him is continuing to go. I don't know why. And so they got real freaky inside the place with the glider. Lots of things happened. They tried anal. That was fun. And what else? What the frick else happened? Right, and then, like, you assume that was it. They were done. And then Ageha, still completely naked, went outside. And then they did it again. While they were outside, which was pretty intense, and Aoi like fucked her brains out, so she was like the whole like straight up mind break style, and that was neato. And then anything else that happened? Oh, while she was all delirious, she was like literally like her mind broke for a little while, and while she was completely out of it, she said she loved him, so she actually said it. But then later he told her, hey, you actually said you loved me, and she's like, no, man. And then she's like, it doesn't count, I wasn't conscious or whatever. That was a thing. And anything else? Yeah, so like lots happened, and so then basically, and then after she was, you know, lucid again, then they talked again, and then she's like that, you know, he's like, I'm gonna get you to say it, like, out loud for sure, and she's like, it doesn't count unless I'm like, you know, all the way there. And then, so then they jokingly said they're gonna continue their contest of her refusing to say it. And then the other thing too, was partway through, he was telling her that, like, you know, he's like, I really want, he's like, because he like confessed again, but like this time quicker, like jokingly, he's like, now that we're in private, I want you to confess to me too, like say it back out loud. And then she said that like, and then she did agree that it wasn't a big deal now that it was in private, but then she didn't finish, and then she didn't actually say it. And then she was saying but then she agreed that like, let's officially go out. So she did confirm that at least. So they are dating, they are boyfriend and girlfriend, but she hasn't said she loves him yet. And so she did agree to that, but then she did say that in front of everybody else, we gotta be super duper, like, normal. Like, we can't pretend anything's happening between us yet, because whatever, she's weird that way. And so, because she feels like if she actually officially confesses to him, that, like, everything good is gonna vanish because of her trauma, or whatever. And so, she's still working that out, and so he was really patient with her and said that's fine. And so, but at least she confirmed that they're official, so that's a good thing. But then, while they were getting dressed, and they were still naked for this, so I couldn't show it yet, someone from the astronomy club or something called Ageha and confirmed some data, and apparently they confirmed that the Morning Glory, the real one, will probably happen in 2 days, and so that was at the very end of it, and so then they were panicking because they're like, well, man, we haven't done tests, like, we don't know if this glider, if these wings will even handle the kind of, like, you know, height that we need, the altitude. We don't even know if it'll handle that. And so then now they're kind of in panic mode because now they have to test if the glider can even handle doing it, because Morning Glory is probably going to happen in a couple of days. So that's everything that happened. It was very intense. 40 minutes, dude. 40 minutes. Anyway, we're almost an hour into this recording now, and there's only like 15 minutes getting shown. Wow. Anyway, we hurriedly returned to the dorm. First, we called everyone. Kotori, sorry, we just got a call from the astronomy club and...
Yoru-chan, mail 見た? 天文部が
Yoru, did you see the email? The astronomy club. After we had finished informing everyone, Ageha and I stayed quiet in the silent dorm. Will it finally come? I wonder if it's really coming.
まだ可能性が高いってレベルみたいだけど
It's only that the probability is high. Can we reach it?
設計上はいけるはず
According to the designs, we should. If we just had 3 more days, we could have tested whether it was possible to go above 2,000 meters.
それ言っても仕方ないよとりあえず私一度家に戻って泊まる準備してまた来る
Even if you're right, it can't be helped now. I'll go home for now, make preparations to stay at the secret base and return here.
その前にシャワー貸して
Before that, let me take a shower. Yeah, they got real dirty, dude. It got pretty sketchy in here. So that's fair. Okay.
一緒に入る
Wanna join me? By all means.
誰かから連絡来たらどうするのよエッチなのはさっきでおしまい
What if someone calls? We're done with sex after the last time. I wonder how long you will last.
べー葵のエッチ
Ow, you pervert. Ageha stuck her tongue out cutely and disappeared into the bathroom. I remembered what we did just now and got a bit love-struck, then my expression quickly stiffened. The Morning Glory is coming. My dream. Crossing over that passage in the sky. This is what I've been working really hard for this whole year. But when the moment actually came... Damn. My body was trembling. Were those goosebumps from excitement, or was it fear of flying an aircraft that I still wasn't familiar with? Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, she still hasn't officially said I love you. I mean, not when she was lucid, very much all the way there, you know what I mean? And so we're still waiting for that. I imagine that'll be like the climactic penultimate moment, and she'll be like, Aoi, and she'll say it like very direct, like I love you, or whatever. She did confirm that they were dating, but she's like, we gotta keep it quiet still, so I assume there'll be a resolution, but it'll be one of the last things that actually happens, I imagine. Anyway, 2 hours later, all members gathered at the dorm. Kotori returned earlier from her family. Likewise, the Kazuto twins shortened the time they were spending with their grandfather and hurried back here. Ageha dropped by her house and came back right away, bringing luggage to stay over.
私も
And me too. Well, okay. There are more people now, but it's essentially a repeat of our training camp from last year.
聞いた来るって
I heard about it. It's gonna come? She omitted the greeting and said this as soon as she showed up. It's so like her.
天気予報並みの信頼度ですが天文部からのデータだと明日前兆現象が発生しその次に本当に発生すると
It's about as credible as an average weather forecast, but according to the data from the astronomy club, the sign should appear tomorrow, and after that it really should occur. Ageha presented the raw data she apparently got from the astronomy club. Amane and Yoru scrutinize the data.
本当に来るんですね。あの綺麗な空の橋。
It's really coming, right? That beautiful bridge in the sky?
来るのね。ついに。
It's coming, finally. Yeah, and this time we'll reach it for sure. There wasn't anyone else at the dorm, so everyone started making preparations to stay. Last year, the date of our training camp was decided beforehand, but this time it was very abrupt, so it caused quite a commotion. We had a lot to do, decide who would be responsible for dinner and breakfast, plan the shifts to watch the sky, and prepare for the possible arrival of Morning Glory. And Ageha's quite reliable when it comes to sudden things like these.
ホタル、アサちゃんは夜食の準備。
Hotaru, Asa, you're in charge of preparing supper.
ラジャー。
Roger.
夜ちゃんは天気図と空模様のチェック。天音先輩はできそうなことをやっててください。
Do whatever you can. Yoru, you'll be checking weather maps and the sky. Amane, do whatever you can.
なんだそれは。そう言われても。
But that's, even if you say that. I get it, Ageha. At times like this, Amane won't be useful at all. Ow.
私は、じゃあ、想定される気象状況に基づいて、フライトプランを。
Okay, then I'll adjust the flight plan based on the forecasted weather conditions and...
葵と小鳥は、早く寝なさい。
Aoi, Katori, you two go to sleep already.
待って、何か私にもさせてよ。
Hey, wait, let me do something as well.
あんたたちは、寝るのが役目。
Your duty is to sleep.
たっぷり寝ておいて、夜明け前に起きるのよ。ご飯食べて体ほぐして飛ぶ時が一番調子良くなるように。
Get a good night's sleep and get up before dawn. Then eat breakfast and stretch to make sure you're in tip-top shape for flying.
でもみんな頑張ってるのに。
But everyone else is working so hard. No, we should be resting now. Do you want to fly in the morning glory while being dizzy from the lack of sleep? You understand how foolish that would be. If we start going to sleep early now, we'll be in peak condition after 2 days. That's when we expect the morning glory to come. I have experience with riding in competition, so I'm used to this.
そう。
I see. I know it feels bad, but it is for the best, ultimately. Katori reluctantly agreed and started preparing to go to sleep. As I pushed her wheelchair, Katori turned around and looked apologetically at everyone busily working in the dining room. Well then, good night.
おやすみ、葵。
Good night, Aoi.
出番。葵に添い寝って。
Yeah, I don't freaking think so. Anyway, my turn. I'll sleep with Aoni.
あんたはこっち。
You come over here, especially because now that they're official, even if it's secret, they are official now. And so she's like, absolutely not. I'm gonna chain you to a chair over here. As Hotaru tried to follow me, Ageha pinched her behind the collar and pulled her back. She's like, no way. Hotaru was pinched by the neck like a little kitten.
眠れるかしら。
I wonder if I'll fall asleep. It's not happening tomorrow morning. If we wake up really early tomorrow, then we'll fall asleep right away the following night.
そういうものなのね。ありがとう。頑張る。
Yeah, you'll be more tired, the day after tomorrow or whatever, so it's like, it'll be easier to go to bed then, I guess. Anyway, so that's how it works. Thanks, I'll do my best. Dream of the morning glory, of flying perfectly above that passage of clouds. That'll make it a dream come true.
そうね。わかった。おやすみ。
Yeah, I will. Good night. Yeah, guys, we gotta prepare. It's happening. I also prepared to sleep and went to my room. It's been a year since then, huh? So much has happened. Last year, when I was on standby like this, I never would have thought everything would become like this afterwards. The garage was demolished, we were hiding the glider that lost its place at the dorm, we were just a circle for one year, Asa and Yoru showed up, and now we can fly the machine we rebuilt on our own. If I saw my current self 1 year ago, I probably wouldn't believe my eyes. I never imagined I would have an accident or that it would hurt my legs so much that I couldn't compete anymore, but because of that, I found the glider and I made new friends. And most of all, I got my beloved girlfriend, and this time he's actually right. She confirmed it, she said it. But she still hadn't told me that she loves me. It can't be helped that I still had a shadow over my heart. I agree. It's not going to be really real until she says it out loud. All right, it's decided. If the morning glory really appears and if I cross over it safely, then I will have her say it. If I fail, she doesn't have to say a thing. This is what I will tell Ageha. If our dream of this past year comes true, then I will have my other dream fulfilled along with it, right? It's okay to wish for this, right, God of the sky? Boy, I hope so, man. The alarm woke me up while it was still dark. He's like, oh, I'm so tired. As expected, I'm quite drowsy. But I don't feel the lack of sleep. It's alright. If I had to fly right away, I could do it. Attaboy. It seems that everyone else was still sleeping. It was deadly silent. Then I heard the sound of a wheelchair. She's like, oh god, I'm so tired. Oh, you're awake too. It's no good. Couldn't sleep very well. I'm feeling good, so leave it to me. Sorry, I'll be counting on you. Kotori, you sure have grown up. You weren't the type to say something like that. What's up with that condescending attitude? But if that's the case, you weren't that kind of guy either. What kind of guy? A skirt chaser. How am I like that? Hotaru, Asa, there were even some rumors about Akari. That's... So much has happened that it felt like an ancient history now, but it hasn't even been a month yet. Sorry, Kotori, there's not that kind of ending in this game. Anyway, could it be that you want to add me to your harem? No, that'll never happen. Should I take that as an insult or consider myself lucky? Jesus, she's so thirsty, dude, my god. The #1 girl from Aoni's harem has arrived. Whoa! I was caught from behind? Is it just me or are Hotaru's espionage skills improving day by day? My lookout turn is finished, I'll be going to sleep soon. I see, thanks for the hard work. Alright, relax. Don't do anything too risque, okay? I'll be borrowing your bed, Aoni. Okay. You guys sure get along. Wait. Could you stop fooling around and come over here? Yoru. She was sitting at a table with a laptop in front of her. Good morning. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you. I'll get straight to the point. At the moment, there haven't been any signs. I see. What's on the screen? Some kind of program was running on the laptop, but the screen was completely black. It's a live feed. I've placed weather sensors at the glider area, the roof of the secret base, here and there. You did all that? Yeah, I did it yesterday with Ageha and Igarashi. Ah, I thought you guys were up to something, so it was this. I helped too. Great job, as expected from them. So, it's not coming. But the wind is getting stronger and the temperature is dropping, so according to the data, the conditions are certainly very similar to those of 27 years ago. So today we'll try altitude tests? Well, it looks like the wind will get even stronger and a low pressure system is approaching, so it may rain in the afternoon. Ah, jeez. Anyway, Hotaru, go to sleep. I'll take my turn in 2 hours. Thanks. Keep up the good work. For my part, I prepared breakfast so that everyone can eat it as soon as they wake up. A little after that, it started brightening up outside, but... just like Yoru said, heavy clouds were covering the sky and a fairly strong wind was blowing. It's not apparent for now. I wonder if it'll be fine to go back to bed. That won't do. Stay awake till sunset. Guess it can't be helped. Morning. Oh. Oh, so it didn't happen yet. That's good. That's a good thing? Of course. I mean, we still have so many preparations to do. If it occurred right now, it would have been gone before we were ready.
私これからその辺の最終打ち合わせに出てくるから。
I'm gonna head out and make final arrangements. Ageha,
何？
what's up? Since Katori was here, it was difficult to speak freely. When you get back, there's something I want to ask you, okay?
いいよ。
Sure.
それじゃあまた後で。行ってきます。
Well then, see you later. I'm off. Yep. I waved my hand lifelessly and watched Ageha leave. He's like, goodbye, my love. When you get back, we'll talk. Then in the afternoon, we tried taking the glider out of the secret base and bringing it to the runway, but the wind's picked up, hasn't it?
雲も厚いし、雨降るわね。もうすぐ。
The clouds are thick too. It looks like it's gonna rain soon. Last year, the sky was pretty stormy as well, but despite these conditions, I'd still like to fly.
そうね。
Yeah, me too. If we were at the gliding grounds I was training at, the instructor would have decided to suspend the flights. But now there's only us. What should we do?
はーい、みんな。今日はここまで。引き上げるぞ。
Hey everyone, we'll finish things up here for today. Did something happen?
雨雲がすぐそこまで来てる。結構強いやつが海の方から。
The rain clouds are almost upon us. Pretty strong ones coming from over the ocean. Well, it can't be helped then. If the morning glory comes tomorrow, today is the eve of the day we were waiting for the whole year. A development like this really put a damper on our excitement. Oh well, it doesn't mean it's all over. After we returned to the secret base, raindrops started falling. That was close.
やれやれね。
What a bummer. Not being able to fly made me feel anxious. You want to use the simulator?
それしかないわね。
I guess that's all we can do. Our mood before the real thing couldn't be worse. But right at that moment,
ひゃー、来た来た。
I'm coming in. Anyway, he's like, hey, suddenly it's a lot better. Ageha dashed in, dripping wet. Wet. No, I shouldn't be remembering our first time now. He's like, don't think about that. Now's not the time.
よし、こっちに戻してたね。よかった。出しっぱなしだったらどうしようかと。
All right, you brought it back inside. That's good. If it were left outside, that would have been a problem. The glider?
そうそうそう。みんなも手伝って。
Yeah, everyone give me a hand. Ageha pulled out a ultra small camera from her bag.
放送部からの提供だよ。全部で8個。飛ぶ邪魔にならないように場所を考えて取り付けて。
Supplies from the broadcasting club. There's 8 in total. We have to think of good places to attach them so they won't hinder flying. You want to do a live broadcast?
もちろん。こんなイベント逃してはないって話持ちかけたら向こうもノリノリ。
Oh, cool. They're gonna record it, dude. Of course, I suggested that we have no means to share this event with everyone, and those guys were all for it.
で、こっちが天文部からの依頼のセンサーね。モーニンググローリー発生時の大気の状態を記録するの。
And here are sensors and a request from the astronomy club. They want to record atmospheric conditions at the time the morning glory occurs. Could it be that this is a trade for the old weather data?
そういうこと。ギブアンドテイクってことで、今度はこっちが向こうにデータあげる番ってわけ。
Exactly. It's give and take. This time we'll give them data.
こちらは物理研から頼まれた実験装置。生物研と地理研からもそれぞれ依頼が来てるよ。
Good lord. This is the experimental equipment from the physics club, and we have requests from the biology and geography clubs as well. Wow, that much?
宇宙ステーションでの実験なんか何年も先まで予約で埋まってるんだよ。それに比べればぬるいぬるい。
Space station experiments get requests years in advance. Compared to that, this is nothing. So this is a trade-off.
そうそうそう。いろいろ機材使わせてもらったり、便宜測ってもらったりね。
Yep, we gotta use various machines and accommodations, right?
ここにいるからわからないだろうけど、学校の方だともう大注目されてるよ。
Since you're here, you probably don't know, but we've attracted a lot of attention in school.
夏休みなのに学園祭前夜って感じ。
Even though it's summer vacation, it feels like the night before a school festival.
屋上でフライト観察ツアーってことで泊まり込もうとしてるのまで出てきてさ。
To the point people are planning to stay over at school to watch the flight from the rooftop. Is that alright? The faculty might find out. Especially Tabioka. We laid low before summer vacation, so we didn't have to deal with him since then, and it was a relief, but isn't it bad to cause so much commotion?
それは確かにあるけど、正式な部活動だから 飛岡には止める理由がないんだよね。
Certainly there's that, but these are official club activities, so Tabioka has no reason to stop us, right?
だから大丈夫でしょ。
So I think it's fine. I guess it's just me, but I thought I saw a spark of a predator in Ageha's eyes at that moment. Uh-oh, yeah, she probably did something to him, or like plans of his or something. He probably can't do anything for some reason. I'm sure she took some measures in case Tabioka actually interfered without telling me anything.
ほらほら、やることたっぷりだよ。みんな手を動かす。
Wouldn't it be funny as if there's one dark moment where you just found out that Ageha killed him? Like the rest of it is just like the normal stuff, but then like there's like one super horror moment where you just found out that Ageha just like killed him. That'd be such a funny twist. You'd be like, whoa, oh my god. What is this, like Doki Doki Literature Club? What the hell just happened? That'd be so cool. Anyway, sorry. I just got really lost in that narrative for a second. That was really funny. Anyway, that's such a funny mental picture. Anyway, come on, we got a lot to do. Everyone get moving. As she urged us, we all hustled towards the glider.
そんなに注目されてたのね。
Feeling nervous. So there's this many people paying attention to us. Yeah, damn, this makes me a bit excited.
実は私も。
Actually, me too. My body shivered. Kotori was the same. Trembling with excitement. Wait, that's not it.
なんだか寒くない？
Isn't it a little cold? He's like, it's not just the excitement, it's cold in here. Is it the AC?
あ、センサーに反応。外の気温ぐんぐん下がってる。
Ah, there's a reading on the sensors. The temperature outside is steadily decreasing. Yoru ran over to the laptop connected to the surveillance cameras.
雨は上がってる。雨雲は通過。晴れ間が。でも風は強いままで、湿度高め、気温低下。
Guys, it's happening. It's happening. The rain is letting up. The rain clouds are passing and clearing up, but the wind is still strong. There's high humidity and the temperature is decreasing. We all looked at each other. The three signs foretelling the appearance of the morning glory that we researched last year. 1. On the day before, a humid, strong wind will be blowing, and the humidity will be high enough for water drops to appear on a pub refrigerator, like it's a pub, like a bar kind of thing. Anyway. 2. On the evening before, the eastern sky will turn purple. And 3. It would get so cold you wouldn't believe it's still summer. Hold on, it's really...
来るの？
It's coming? This time I really trembled with excitement.
大変です。外見てください。外。
Oh my, look outside, outside. Is it purple? It's purple! Oh my god, it is happening. Whoa. The rain had stopped and only a humid, chilling wind was blowing. We opened our eyes wide. The eastern sky was dyed with a bluish-purple color. In the west, the sky was its usual orange color. There was no doubt the sun was setting there. But the eastern sky was still lit, as if it were near dawn, and it was painted in a faint color.
これだよね。
This is it? It was completely different from last year. Those were overwhelming signs that the real thing... I would say these were. These were overwhelming signs that the real thing is coming. Yeah. It's coming. The morning glory is really coming. That's what we've been waiting for, what we dreamed about. The passage of clouds will appear. Hell yeah, it's happening, guys. It's coming. Alright, let's do this. All of a sudden, we got so excited that the gloomy atmosphere up until now seemed like a lie.
晩ご飯買い出し部隊出発します。
The dinner shopping team is heading out.
行ってきます。あなた。
I'm off, darling. Hotaru, please. He's a committed man. Anyway, correct that last part, please. To prepare for the evening, Asa and Hotaru went shopping.
想定される風向きはこうです。ですから、こう離陸して、こっちへ旋回しながら高度を。
The predicted wind direction means take off like this, gain altitude while turning this way, and...
なるほど。でも、去年もサーマル見つけるの大変だったみたいだし、何か。
I see, but last year it seemed like finding thermals was difficult. Is there anything? Those two were getting fired up about making the flight plan.
よっしゃー!
Alright. Ageha shouted out like I did before and hit her palm with her fist.
それじゃあ、もう一丁出かけてくるわ。
Well then, I'm heading out one more time.
これはもう来るの確定ってことで、最後のお願いに。
Since it's already settled that it's appearing, I have to make one final request. What are you, a presidential candidate?
作業の方、お願いね。
Take care of the construction for me. I stole a quick glance at everyone behind me. The coast is clear. I can do it. Hey, Ageha, I have something to ask you.
ああ、朝なんか言ってたね。何？
Ah, you said that this morning, right? What's up? I took a deep breath just like when I was confessing to her. Something's gonna interrupt it, dude. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna fly, so if I return safely, I'd like you to say those words to me. Oh, right. Okay, he did land it. We're good. She's like, oh. Ageha looks straight at me with a serious expression. I've been waiting and preparing for the whole year to fulfill my dream to fly. I'm dedicating all of that to hearing you say those words. Is this still not enough? You're not gonna say that even if I go so far?
それは。
That's... Ageha's eyes swayed and she averted her gaze timidly. And then, in a small, almost teary voice... Alright. Oh, she said it! Oh my god! That's what she said. Yes! My motivation soared. Furiously, higher than ever. Then I'll fly. I'll fly for sure.
私も飛ばすから。
Me too. I'll make you fly, so... She said as she turned bright red.
じゃあ行ってくる。
Okay, I'm off. Ageha headed out as if she was running away. Hell yeah. As I watch her go away, I pump my fist triumphantly. Alright, all that's left is to fly. But, after that, some obstacles came from the least expected directions that could prevent tomorrow's flight. Obviously. Obviously! It couldn't go off smoothly, that'd be terrible. Anyway, the first obstacle.
顧問としては、明朝のフライトは賛成できない。
Really? Why the hell not? As your supervisor, I can't approve of tomorrow's flight. Amane said this out of the blue. God knows why. The shopping group had returned and it was time for the evening meal. Ageha hadn't returned yet, but she sent a message telling us to start without her, so we prepared and started eating. After we finished eating, we were planning to take the glider to the runway, take turns keeping watch over it and checking the sky, wait until dawn and take off. It happened right when we were discussing this plan and got getting all excited. As Amane's usual eating manners that were completely spoiling her beauty rendered Kazuto's sister speechless.
あまねちゃんからは何かある？
Amane, you have something to say? While Katori addressed her like that, Amane stopped moving her mouth that looked like it's about to bite into the plate itself and looked up absent-mindedly.
飛ばない方がいいと思うんだけどな。
Amane, freaking dial it back! Like, Tapioca has barely even been in this arc at all, okay? Like, he's almost been AWOL the whole time, and it's been nice, but why do we need a new Thundercloud? We don't need one. Just like, why aren't you in on this? What? Of course the whole place went dead silent.
どうしてそういうこと言うんですか？
Why are you saying that?
いや、危険だから。
That's a... What the hell? It's like, that's such a stupid reason. Like you've been chasing this dream for years. Like, all of us have. Like, I don't get why. Anyway, it's so dumb. Well, it's dangerous, so, you know. Amane said timidly, but clearly, while licking the fat from a fried chicken piece off her fingers.
危険って。
Dangerous?
強風、乱気流、それに高度。まだそういうところを飛べるかどうかテストが万全じゃないからな。
Strong winds, turbulences, altitude, we still haven't tested if it can fly in these conditions flawlessly. We don't have time, woman. Like, it's now or never.
待ってよ。それも想定した上で設計したんだよね。なのに、なんで今になって。
Wait, you designed the glider with those conditions in mind, right? Why are you saying that? What are you saying now? Hold on, Katori, calm down. Let's hear her out. I stopped Katori while I was breaking into a cold sweat myself.
確かに去年、私も飛んだ。
Sure, last year I flew myself.
しかし、君たちの活動を外から見る立場になってみると、なんとまあ、危うい、危ない、恐ろしい。
Woman, we have to chase the dream still. You can't let them win. You can't let them win. Anyway, however, when I'm watching your activities from outside, it's kinda, well, dangerous, risky, terrifying. Amane was honestly shivering as she said that.
それって、責任逃れですか？
Thank you, Yoru. So, you want to dodge your responsibility?
いや、そうじゃなく、どう言えばいいのか。
No, it's not that. Like, how should I put it?
空を飛ぶのは確かに素晴らしい。
Flying in the sky is certainly wonderful.
でも、命を懸けてまでやることじゃない。まして、ただの部活動で。
Wow. Wow. Like, woman, come on. Like, you know that's not all it means for everyone else. Like, it's not just a stupid club activity. It means more than that. God damn it. Anyway, but if it isn't something you should risk your life for. In the end, it's just a club activity. Wow. Yoru couldn't think of a reply and said no more. I hope someone just really lays it out, please. But Asa also tried to protest, but couldn't find the right words and also fell silent. Kotori, please. Someone please spell it out for her. But I want to fly. Kotori raised an irrational argument. Oh, that's not helpful. I want someone to lay it out, man. It's not just a stupid club activity. Like, come on, Amane. Why? We don't have to have a tapioca replacement. It's okay to just be happy. Anyway, I've been working so hard for this past year just for that one reason. The thing we've been waiting for this whole year is finally coming tomorrow. She really doesn't, though. I'm sure you understand our feelings, Amane. But not enough to give a shit. Anyway, yeah, I'm painfully aware of them. You know, but you were our friend before that. Like, come on. You can't like be a different person now that you're a teacher. So, now suddenly I can't care anymore and I can't condone things and I have to be a thundercloud. Like you can just still be you. It's just like, what the hell? But still, I'm a teacher and your supervisor. I can't put you guys in danger. I don't want to lose anyone else. Kotori glared at Amane, making her scratch her cheek awkwardly. Wow, just wait another 30 years, lol. We'll be like pushing like 50 or 60 by then. Like, woman, what the hell? Anyway, what? If you wait another 30 years, there'll be another chance. Can't you just back out of this one? Are you crazy? She's lost it. As if we can wait that long, it's now or never. Yeah, now or never. I suddenly cut in. Until now, I was collecting my thoughts. No, that's not it. I wasn't thinking. I was sorting out my feelings, and I steeled my resolve. I'm sorry, Amane. No matter what happens, we are gonna fly. Even you say that? Oh, brother. The one who taught us about gliders and showed us the dream of the morning glory. It was you. It was you, senpai. I want you to take responsibility for that. It's quite hard for me to hear that. That's why if the morning glory occurs, we will fly, no matter what. Thank you, Aoi. As usual, saving the day again. Anyway, that's right, we're gonna fly. Oh my, you guys feel the same? Yes. We understand what you're saying, but if we went against this course of action, we would be the bad guys. Oh my. I'm prepared to risk injury or even worse. I know that no matter how many times we assure you we'll be alright, it won't change your mind. I don't want to cause any trouble for you, senpai, so when you decide it's really impossible, I'll turn back right away. I'd be like, hell no. Absolutely not. Anyway, really, even if your goal is right there in front of you? Even if the morning glory is in front of my eyes, even if it's just 100 meters higher, if it's unreasonable, I will turn back. Yeah, definitely not. I would have been like, I'm gonna fly and you cannot stop me. And I certainly wouldn't have made that promise. Definitely not. If we're that close, I'm gonna shoot for it. Anyway, really, that's a promise. If you break it, I will be seriously angry, you know. I'll kill you until you die. Yeah, you'll kill me until I die. Right now, I'm probably walking the same path Amane followed last year. Just as long as I can fly to the morning glory tomorrow. Everything after that doesn't matter. Of course, flying is fascinating in and of itself, but I came to think of it, if it's possible to fly tomorrow, I won't be possessed by my strong emotions, and I'll turn back once it gets dangerous like Amane did. And because I understood this, today, I will fly. I will fly with these feelings that I could only have at this moment. Attaboy.
君たちは
Really now, you guys.
羨ましいよ。
I envy you. So,
先生として危ないところへ行けと言えないのは分かってほしい。
as a teacher, I can't tell you to fly to such a dangerous place. Please understand that.
ただどうしてもと全員が一丸となって行動されたら私一人では止められないのも仕方ないよな。
But if you're all going to act as one group, then there's no way I can stop you, is there? Yes! Alright. The Kazuto sisters high-fived while shouting, Yay! Alright, with this obstacle is out of the way. Then we were all in high spirits. Then as we were all in high spirits, the second obstacle appeared. Obviously, because it's, God forbid, it just his smooth sailing for a change. No, it wasn't just that. It was a bomb dropping right on our heads. Huh? Kotori answered a sudden call and made a strange expression.
はい、ハバネです。はい、そうですが。
Ah, here comes the next trouble. Yeah, yes, this is Abane. Yes, but she went deeper into the dock and started talking. Judging from her way of speaking, it seems she wasn't talking to someone she's not too familiar with. It's definitely not Habari, her family, or Ageha. So who could it be? Probably a teacher, or probably Tabioka or something. Huh? She suddenly raised her voice, and we all jumped in surprise.
待ってください。それは。
Wait a minute. That's just. While Kotori was talking, she returned to us and motioned with her hand to give her something to write with. As soon as we gave her a pen and memo pad, she started writing. It was someone's name. Who is this? Then I tilted my head. Kotori continued writing. Runway. Runway? I remembered. It was the name of the owner of the land where the runway is. We have met them a few times to talk about mowing the grass, fixing the winch, and such. The other day, when we were re-established as a club, Kotori and Amane went there to say hello.
いえ、でもそういう約束で。ですが。
No, but we had a deal, but...
そんなことはありません。安全です。顧問の先生だっているんですし。
No, it's not like that. It's safe. We have a supervising teacher after all.
それは。でも、そんな。お願いします。使わせてください。
That's... but... Oh, no, please, let us use it. It's like, uh-oh. We all turned pale. The person who owns the runway says we can't use it? Pale Kotori quickly wrote with a pen. Told you. Called it. Tabioka. What? Tabioka? Tabioka went there and got involved? Of course he did. He's an asshole.
はい。失礼します。
Yeah, goodbye. After she hung up, Kotori was completely pale. What happened?
やられたわ。飛び岡よ。
He got us. Tabioka.
さっき電話があったそうよ。飛び岡から。
It seems they received a phone call a little while ago from Tabioka.
ソアリング部の生徒たちが若気の至りでこの悪天候の中極めて危険なフライトに挑戦しようとしている。
The students from the soaring club, in an act of youthful indiscretion, are planning to attempt an extremely dangerous flight in the middle of this terrible weather.
私は教師としてそれを止める義務がある。
As a teacher, I have a duty to stop them. I would just love to just kill that guy. I'd love to just like run him over with a car or something. He's just the worst.
事故があれば土地を使わせていたあなたにも責任が及ぶ。
If there was an accident, you, as the person who let them use your land, would also be liable.
ですから彼らが今夜無茶できないようにウインチを使えなくしてほしいと言われた。
So
ですって。
Sorry, too fast. So to ensure that they don't do anything rash tonight, I want you to make that winch unusable. That's what he said. What the hell is that?
天気がいい時に使うのは今まで通りで構わないけど、今日みたいな危ない日には遠慮してもらいたいって飛岡の思い通りのこと言ってきたわ。
He doesn't mind if we use it when the weather is good, but he wants us to refrain from flying on dangerous days like this. He said exactly what Tabioka wanted. Oh, man.
ひどいよ。
That's terrible.
やられたわね。
He got us. We should just go kill him. He couldn't stop us all.
静かにしてたのもこのタイミングを狙っていたんだわ。
He was keeping quiet because he was waiting for this timing. Damn it. If it's something like Amane's resistance, we could still overcome it with our persistence. But if we can't use the winch, physically there's nothing we can do. The glider can't take off without the winch to tow it to high speed. Is there anything we can do?
そんな目で見られても。
Even if you look at me like that.
夜ちゃん、あの大きな風車の先にワイヤー引っ掛けて、それで持ち上げて回って飛ぶのはどうかな。
Yoru, what if we put a wire over the blade of a large windmill? Could we use that to lift the glider and fly?
大きな投げ縄でも作って引っ掛けるつもり？
What, like a big lasso?
引っ張ってもらうならブレードが最上部にある時に引っ掛けないといけないけど。
Oh, it was so quick for all of that. I just assumed it'd be longer. If you wanted to pull the glider, you would have to wait for the blade to be at its highest point before latching on.
あの高さまでどうやってワイヤー飛ばすの？
How would you throw a wire that high? She's like, ah, damn it.
発想は悪くなかったぞ。よしよし。
It wasn't a bad idea. There. So there's nothing we can do? This can't be the end. Not like this. We've come this far. We've worked so hard. Is it gonna end like this? I grasped at the final straw and called Ageha. He's like, help! Innovator, help! She returned after a while. It seems like she was in a hurry because she was panting and sweating despite the low temperature outside.
大変なことになったわね。
Looks like we have a problem.
戻るついでに滑走路を見てきたわ。確かにウインチ使えなくされてた。
On my way back, I went to check on the runway. We definitely can't use the winch.
操作盤に鍵かけるだけじゃなくて部品取り外されてて無理やり鍵外してもあれじゃ使えない。
The control panel isn't only locked. The parts have been removed too. Even if we broke the lock, we couldn't use it.
それも飛び岡の差し金でしょうね。
That must be Tapioca's idea too.
ごめん、私のせいかもしれない。協力仰ぐためにあちこちに話してたから。
Sorry, this might be my fault. I was talking to people here and there to get support.
でもそれなら私だってひばり姉に話してるし、校内でもスワリング部動いてるって言っちゃってたし。
But if that's the case, I also told Hibari, and I said at school that the soaring club was making moves.
私たちも祖父に話していますから、そちらから伝わった可能性がゼロじゃありません。
We also told our grandfather. The probability that he told someone isn't zero.
おじいちゃん、私たちの不利になることは言わないと思うけどな。
I don't think Grandpa would say anything that would hurt us, though. Well, even if he didn't mean to, there's a possibility a malicious person heard some information from him. Me too. I'm not sure if I didn't let it slip somewhere. Let's stop looking for someone to blame. Maybe all of us are at fault, maybe none.
そうね、不毛なだけだわ。それよりどうするか考えましょう。
That's right. It's just unproductive. Instead, let's think of what we can do about it. Even if you say that, without the winch, we're at an impasse. Isn't there any way?
ごめん。今は何も。
Sorry, but at the moment, there's nothing. Even Ageha couldn't think of anything. But then is this really the end? It's over. My dream, everyone's dream, goal, efforts, everything was meaningless, worthless, and came to nothing. No, Kotori, it's so sad. Kotori started sobbing. As if provoked by this, Asa and Yoru's eyes became red and they started sniffing. I also had to muster all my strength not to fall to my knees.
青に、泣かないで。
Aoni, don't cry. Well, like I would cry over this, damn it. With this, our challenge had ended even before we made our very first step. I could hear Tabioka's loud laughter. Man, I just want to kill that guy. Never been happier to go to prison for a murder. Never been happier. What was that sound?
お、メール来た。
Oh, I got a message. As Ageha gazed at the display, her eyes lit up.
よし、
Alright. What?
ちょっと出てくる。
I'm gonna go out for a bit. Huh? Hey, wait! She disappeared before I had a chance to ask what the email was.
何？どうしたの？
What? What happened? She come to think of it, when I asked if there was anything we could do, she said there's nothing at the moment. At the moment? Then does that mean she might find something later? So the message she got was about that? Oh, I got a message from Ageha.
ごめん、言うの忘れた。明日に備えて休んでおいて。ダメだったらごめん。
She was very in a hurry. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Get some rest to prepare for tomorrow. If it won't work, I'm sorry. Prepare for tomorrow? If it won't work? There's no doubt about it. She wants to do something about it.
なんなのよ。
What? Alright, time to go to sleep. Ageha's will to protect the secret base, our place, the Soaring Club. I'll put my faith in it. I can say that, but just this much was similar to the anxiety I felt earlier because of Ageha. That's fair. Lots of uncertainty. But everyone else, it seemed that when they laid down, their uneasiness grew even stronger and they couldn't sleep well at all. I was the only one who slept soundly.
あんた大物よね。
He slept like a baby, dude. He's like super faith in his girlfriend. He's like, hell yeah, dude. We're totally good. He's just like completely sleeps like a baby. You're quite incredible. I'll bet everything on Ageha. Or I bet everything on Ageha, that's all. Even if I were to lose my cool, the situation wouldn't have changed.
それができるのが大物なのよ。あるいはとびっきりのバカかね。
Being able to do that makes you incredible, or maybe incredibly dumb.
で、どうなのかしら?
So, what's up? I think it's a good time. It was just before dawn. I took a look outside. He's like, oh my god. Oh, amazing. He's like, oh, it's happening. The eastern sky was just barely lit up by the approaching dawn. The wind stayed strong without a change since yesterday evening. And in that sky... You better freaking hurry, it's getting really light out here. There was a long, thin cloud that was catching the first rays of the sun. Thin and long. Unusually long. It was stretching from above our heads towards the lake as far as our eyes could see.
あれよ、来たんだわ。
That's it, it's here.
間違いないな。
There's no doubt about it.
あれがモーニンググローリー。
That's the morning glory.
すごい。
Amazing. Oh, it's Ageha.
起きてる？
Are you awake? Yep, I just got up and I'm looking at the sky.
それなら話は早いわ。準備して。
Then let's cut the story short. Get ready. To fly? Can we fly? Yes. She yelled so loudly I could hear it even with the ear that was opposite to the cell phone. Ageha returned riding on a bicycle and hands-free at that.
みんな聞いて、飛べるわ。
Everyone listen up. We can fly. Oh?
本当に飛べるの？
Seriously? Can we really fly? Yes. Ooh, as usual, she came through. What happened?
急いで説明します。
I'll quickly explain. Ageha stood in front of the whiteboard.
物質を貸してもらっているツーリング部の皆さんのご協力をいただき、
Since we've lent the club room to the touring club, we have received their cooperation. And she drew 2 rectangles on the board.
出どころはあえて言わないけれど、04仕様の車を2台ドライバーごと手配してもらって、それに引いてもらって飛びます。
What the what? What is this, a Fast and Furious movie? What was that? Anyway, I wouldn't dare to say where they came from, but we've got 2 04 cars along with drivers. We'll have them pull the glider and it'll fly.
その手がありましたか。
Can you do it like that?
04って何？
What's 04?
停車している状態から400メートルまで自動車で走るレース。陸上の100メートル走を車でやるものと思って。
It's a 400-meter drag race that begins from a standing start. Think of it as a car version of a 100-meter sprint in athletics. So she got like what, 2 street cars? Like 2 drag cars? How did she swing that? Where did she get those? Who's driving?
それ用に改造した車だからダッシュ力がすごいの。
Oh, right. Well, the whole tuning club thing, they're like all these car pros. So they, had connections. And so they got 2, like, street cars that are designed for drag racing. And they are going to use it to pull the glider. That's incredible. Anyway, they use tuned cars for that. So they have an amazing acceleration. But they're not made for pulling, are they? They wouldn't work without some modifications. Are the owners fine with that?
そこをクリアするためのツーリング部とこの私。
And the ones who cleared this obstacle were none other than the touring club and me. I'd like to know how exactly they managed to do that. I'll ask her after everything's over.
それがいけるかどうかを確かめるので学校行ってたの。
I was going to school to confirm whether this would be possible or not.
で、実験と計算の結果、ウインチ使ったのと同じだけ高く飛ぶのが可能。
And according to my experiments and calculations, we should be able to launch just as high as with the winch.
実際、自動車栄光っていう離陸の仕方もあるの。
Actually, towing a glider with a car is an existing takeoff method.
これが最後の手段よ。
It's the only option we have left. Everyone was overwhelmed and we stayed silent for a while.
ぶっつけ本番になるから、葵と小鳥、あなたたち次第だけど。
Aoi, Katori, you guys will have to do it without a trial run, so it's up to your decision. I'm in.
やるわ。
I'll do it. We said this almost at the same time.
危ないと思うんだけど。
Amane, stow it, woman. Like, remember whose team you're playing for. And not team, like, dumbass Tapioca. Like, team us, team good guy. Team friends here. Like, tone it down. Anyway, I think it'll be dangerous, though. Unsurprisingly, Amane said the same thing as yesterday. It's perfectly natural for our advisor to say that. But, sorry, if this is the only way, I will gladly take this option.
止めてもまだなんだろうね。
Trying to stop you would be futile, right? Yes. We nodded and Amane backed away with a bitter smile. Well then, let's get ready, hurry up. As everyone started moving all together, I looked back at Ageha. Ageha. Thank you. I will fly. Yeah. I'll fly. I'm going up there. So when I return at that time? Yeah. Ageha nodded with an expression that looked like she could break out crying any second. Hell yeah, dude. We're gonna get our confession and everything. Finally. Hey, over here. 2 cars approached us. You could tell at a glance that they weren't ordinary vehicles. Yo, Nesan. Glad you came. Here, attach this wire quickly. Hurry. In the sky, the morning glory was gradually becoming more distinct, reaching its true form. It'll only show this form for a brief time. We have to fly before it passes. The first to notice was Katori. It was another car not from the touring club. Here comes bad news. It's approaching quickly and parked, blocking the road. We could just kill him already. Tapioca. You people, I had to see it to believe it. Excuse me, Sensei. The sky is amazing, isn't it? We're gonna fly up there. Bro, like, get a fucking hobby. Like, what is it? What is your problem? Anyway, no, you aren't. There's no way I'd allow you to do something so dangerous. We have a snitch. Alright, who snitched to the house? Who snitched? Anyway, I know everything. You haven't properly tested that glider, right? Like, dumbass, we need the wind to get up there. The wind is a good thing. Anyway, I can't let you fly it like that on a day with such fierce winds. I won't allow students from my school to cause an accident ever again. Sensei, but I want to fly. There are many other ways to express yourself. Don't decide that for us. Katori looked like she was about to charge Tapioca with her wheelchair, but I stopped her. I understand that you're worried about us, Sensei. You must really care about us if you went out of your way to come here at this hour and stop us. It certainly is dangerous. If an accident happens, it can't be undone. So what you're saying isn't wrong. Right? But, I raise my voice, we are wrong. We are trying to do something wrong. But we will fly. Even if you oppose us, even if we get punished or expelled, we are prepared to face any consequences. I pointed at the sky, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to fly through such a sky. If I have to be expelled or become a delinquent to do this, that's fine by me. At this point, I'll be forcing my way through. Yeah, we're going. Yeah, get the hell out of the way, old man. Mochizuki, say something. Well, I'm just a new teacher and only working part-time at that, so... If a veteran like you couldn't stop him, it's impossible for me. How should I put it? Amane wriggled for a way out in a really sly manner. Then I'll tell you something too. Tapioca defiantly broke into a malicious smile. Ah, but my car keys have disappeared somewhere. I'll have to call for help to move my car, but it'll take time. Tapioca's car was parked in such a way that it was blocking the road. There was only one road from the hill where the secret base was located. With this, there was no way to move the glider on the other side of the lake. Sure there is. What should we do, Nesan? Could we push that annoying car aside? If you touch that car, I will call the police. The touring club's like, look, like we're already doing something a little bit illegal here. Anyway, the police, that'd be a problem. Do you think do you think he would call the police before we managed to beat you to death?
そうだと。滑走路だって所有者が使うなと言っているのを無理に使うなら不法侵入で警察だぞ。
Even if you did that, the owner of the runway wouldn't let you use it. If you went there without permission, he'd call the police for trespassing.
もしうちの生徒が押しかけてくるようならそうしてくれと言ってあるんだ。
Well, aren't you useful? I told him to do so if the students from our school attempted to force their way in.
どこまで意地悪なのよ。
Yeah, like no shit. Anyway, just how evil are you?
先生、そこをどうにか。
Sensei, please. No, nope, we don't have any more time. In the sky, the morning glory was almost completely formed. The sun was also showing itself in the eastern sky. We had to take the glider to the runway at the opposite shore, assemble it, and maybe deal with the owner's protests. We wouldn't have made it even if we headed out right now.
そんな。
Oh no. Ageha, over there, can we take off from there? I pointed not towards the runway at the opposite shore, but in a different direction. I wondered if we could use the place where I rode on a bike.
あそこ？
Over there?
でも、そうね。
But that's right.
やってみる価値は
It's worth a
あ
shot.
るか。
Sorry, too fast. It's worth a shot. Hell yeah. Let's frickin' go, though. There was a bridge that crossed the lake. It was in the opposite direction of Tapioca's car, so we could move there. It's a little closer than the runway.
よし、あっち。
Alright, we'll go there. Ageha started contacting others by her cell phone. We also turned our attention to the glider placed on a trailer.
おい、何を考えている？よせ、やめないか。
Hey, what are you thinking? Stop it. We ignored Tapioca and kept working.
こんな。
Can't stop us, old man. You. Finally, Tapioca's anger reached its peak and he jumped at us. What, he's gonna like physically attack you? Oh, thank God. Whoa. A hand came from behind and stopped him. Anchan.
五十嵐。
Igarashi.
飛び岡先生お久しぶりです
Long time no see, Tapioca. Anchan, who was a graduate from Keifu Academy, politely stopped Tapioca and stepped between him and us.
五十嵐、そいつらは滑走路ですらないところから飛ぼうとしている。危険すぎる。止めるんだ。
Igarashi, they're trying to take off from a different place than a runway. It's too dangerous. We have to stop them.
そうなの
Is this true? Yes, we don't have enough time.
先生の言う通り危険だぞ
Like Sensei says, it's very dangerous. I know, but I looked right into Anchan's eyes.
そうか
I see.
本音を言えば俺だって止めたい万全とは言えないからな
To be honest, I want to stop you too, because you're not completely prepared.
だがここまでやってきたお前たちが失敗するとも思えないんだよな
But since you guys have come this far, I don't think you'll fail now. Anchan, he grabbed my shoulders tightly.
背中を押してやるのも兄貴分の務めってやつだ
Since I'm like an older brother to you, it's my duty to push you in the back sometimes. Attaboy, now that is what we needed.
一生に一度の舞台だ思いっきり飛んでこい
Yeah, hell yeah. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Give it everything you got and fly. Hell yeah. Now we're cooking. Alright, we're gonna use the hill by the bridge. With that, we shook off Tapioca and came here. According to Ageha, she contacted the touring club and had the entrance to the bridge on the opposite side of the lake blocked off. If we didn't have to worry about cars coming from the opposite direction, so we didn't have to worry about cars coming from the opposite direction. That said, ugh. Certainly it seemed like we could fly, but the road had ups and downs and it wasn't perfectly straight either. Could we really pull this off?
これは
This is... No one could hide their anxiety.
本当に大丈夫なのか。
Is this really alright?
怖い。
It's scary. Before I could say anything, I was assaulted by an even stronger unease myself. What if we won't be able to fly like this? Ageha, please steal their resolve.
飛びなさい、葵。
Go fly, Aoi. Ageha?
このためにこの1年頑張ってきたんでしょ。
This is what we've been working for this entire year, right?
機体は万全。私たちが作ったんだから。
The glider is perfect because we've made it ourselves.
事故なんて起きない。葵と小鳥が飛ぶんだから。
No accident will happen because you and Katori are flying.
それが私たちソアリング部1年間の成果よ。自信持ちなさい。
This is the fruit of the efforts of our soaring club. Have some confidence.
全部準備できてるの。あとは葵が気合い入れて飛べばいいだけ。
Everything is ready. Now you only have to muster your fighting spirit and fly.
だから 飛べ
So,
これ命令ね
sorry, too fast. So go and fly. That's an order. Everyone was dumbfounded for a moment.
ちょっとなんでそんなに偉そうなのよ
Wait, why are you so self-important? As expected, Katori flared up at her. And Ageha.
だって葵は私のものだから
Ho ho! She said it! Oh my god! Anyway, after all, Aoi's mine. As she said that, she grabbed me by the neck. Oh, and she like laid a big old kiss on him? Come on, show me the graphic. Hell yeah. Finally. Finally, damn. It's just like, finally, she didn't hide it anymore. He's like, oh my god. Our lips pressed together, her tongue slipped inside my mouth and moved around. My neck reflexively straightened, my hands stiffened and clawed at the air. They're all like, oh my god. Hell yeah, finally. Whoa. As our lips parted, Ageha licked up a string of saliva that stretched between them. My mind went completely blank. Ageha looked around at everyone confidently. Hell yeah.
こういうこと誰か文句ある
Hell yeah. Now we're talking. That's how it is. Does anyone have a problem with this? Everyone shook their head.
それじゃあ私の葵行きなさい
Alright then. My Aoi, go. Yeah.
さっさと飛んでさっさと帰ってきなさい
Hurry up and fly and return safely.
無事に戻ってきたらまたしてあげる
If you return in one piece, we'll do it again. Got it. I'll come back safely without fail. There we go. Now he can focus. You're darn right. Yeah. Ageha.
葵
Aoi. They're all like, my god.
私のこと忘れてるでしょ
Ahem. You've forgotten about me, haven't you?
ああもうごちそうさまです胸焼けします
Oh, jeez. You guys make me sick.
カップルってこうなんだね
So that's how couples are like.
これは悪い例よ真似しようなんて思っちゃダメだからね姉さん
No, this is a bad example. Don't even think about copying them, Nesa.
いいなあーちゃん
Good for you, Achan. Alright, Katori, let's go. When I tried to help Katori get into the rear seat, she turned away.
あーすみません五十嵐さん私を乗せていただけません
He's like, oh, come on. He's like, it's not personal. Anyway, excuse me, Igarashi, could you help me get in?
だって他の女の子に触らせちゃアゲハに悪いし
Because if Aoi touches other girls, it'd be unfair to Ageha. Oh, come on. Anyway, the preparations were completed. Hell yeah. That was way more definitive. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, the canopy was closed, and Asa and Ageha lifted up the left and right aileron, whatever that is. Aileron?
風速風向き問題なし
Okay, first of all, no problems with wind speed and direction, but also I need to sync, so give me just a second. Okay, we're back, we're good to go. No problems with wind speed and direction.
これならいけますね
Then I guess we're good.
あんたたち準備いい
You guys ready?
よしオッケーっす
Yep, everything's okay.
ランウェイ is clear
The runway's clear.
よーしそれじゃあカウントダウン10秒前
Alright then, countdown, T-minus 10. The tuned cars were on standby in front of us and their engines started roaring. Oh, hell yeah, now this is a cool way to take off. This is awesome. Okay, let's go.
3 2 1
3, 2, 1, go!
行ってこい私の葵ついでに小鳥も
I love how she calls him my Aoi. I love that. See you later, my Aoi. Oh, and you too, Katori.
ついでって何よ
What do you mean, you two? And suddenly, the fuselage started moving. Now, this is a cool way to take off. Oh, hell yeah! We get a cinematic and everything. Hell yeah! This is awesome. Way cooler than that. Way cooler than the glider. Or than the winch, you know, than the old-fashioned winch. Anyway, Ageha, when I come back, you have to say those words.
まず戻ってくることねいっけ
Oh, look how cute this is! I can't even take it. Anyway, you have to return first. Now go! She was running along the moving glider, then let go of the wing as if she was giving it a push. Then she cupped her hands around her mouth and yelled something. She wasn't using the intercom, so I couldn't hear what she said. The glider quickly accelerated. I pulled the control stick, felt the G-force I hadn't experienced for a while, and we took off. Rise! It's different than a winch, so the time of the release of the wire is... Release the towing rope. Alright, success. The pulling force disappeared and the glider was now climbing only using the wind. The cars parked at the bridge crossing the lake looked like specks. They became smaller and the bridge itself looked like a thread. Several flashes of light flickered on the ground. Let's go! And the next moment, a wide cloud of pale smoke spread like a curtain a little above the glider. The Chemistry Club and the Fireworks Research Society collaborated to make this. Use the movements of the smoke to find thermals. Ah, so this is Ageha's work. Thank you. The pale veil of smoke twirled in the wind and changed shape. With this, finding rising air currents was simple indeed. The glider climbed even higher above the lake. Hurry, please, before it disappears, make it in time. Wind, please blow, upwards, please. I gathered the feelings we had felt this entire year and yelled them at the god of wind. Let's go, start praying, people. Yeah, even Akari's all moved. What an amazing cloud. So this is the morning glory. There they are, Akari, the white plane. It's tiny. Pass me the binoculars. It seems like it's not high enough, though. I wonder if they'll make it. They'll be fine. You sure? Because it's Ageha and Aoi we're talking about. Aw, he does care for his friends deep down. He just can't show it for some reason. Anyway, ever since way back, as long as they were together, there was nothing they couldn't do. Fly into the sky, climb higher. Oh, that's so cute, dude. My heart. That's too cute. I can't take it. Go. Akari? I just tried copying you. Or are you suggesting my cheering is ineffective? No, it's perfect. But in the end, the most effective thing is... I don't know what he was gonna say. Anyway, this thermal is weak. Let's turn around. We'll look for another. We don't have time. Come on, please climb. Aoi, Kotori, block your ears for a second. Are you joking? I heard her taking a deep breath. It just screams it into the comm. Go! The speaker exploded with her yell. A sharp pain ran through my head. Ageha's voice was incredibly loud, but I could also hear everyone else cheering together. What an amazing cheer! Wait, oh. As if it was answering everyone's prayers, the thermal provided a strong ascending current we were looking for. Aoi! Yep. We seized it with our remodeled wings. The glider reached an even higher altitude. We can do this. As the flight plan dictated, we made a large turn and headed towards Mount Tsukuba. We only had one chance, but at this point, I had no intention of failing. You can't fail now, dude! Your confession is riding on this! Like, you need to succeed! She promised she would officially confess when you came back. Then finally we reached it. Yes! Wow. Kotori and I were overwhelmed by emotion as we looked at the astonishing spectacle stretching below us. How is it? Did you reach it? Yep, we just reached the morning glory. No problems with the glider. Flight is going smoothly. As I reported this, I heard everyone's shouts of joy on the other end. For a while, we continued flying like this, and then... So, Ageha, I have a question. What is it? You said something before when we were when we were taking off. What was it? He's like, that doesn't count. I couldn't hear you. The words that you wanted to hear more than anything. What? That's awful. Unfair. I won't say it ever again. I'll make you say it. I'll think about it when you get back. You promised to say it when I got back, right? If you don't, I'll punish you.
おーやってみおいで待ってるよおれおれ
Oh, try it. Come at me. I'm waiting. Hee hee. Okay, I've decided I will tickle you until you apologize in tears.
せっかんの逆襲でもこっちだって葵の弱いとこ知ってるんだからね
You think Katori's like, guys, I'm right here, please. It's so awkward. Anyway, a punishing counterattack, but I also know your weak spots, so... You bring that up at a time like this? That's not something you say in front of people.
あんなとこが敏感で自分の体を呪うのね
Well, curse your body for being weak in that spot.
ああそこのバカ夫婦操縦こっちでやるから二人だけで続きをどうぞ
Yeah, see, I told you. Hey, stupid lovebirds, I'm piloting right now, so please continue that conversation when you'll be all by yourselves.
出なきゃ恥ずかしいんでやめてちょうだいね突き落とすわよ
Or at least stop it with the embarrassing stuff. I will put us down otherwise. Sorry.
ごめんテンション上がってた私としたことが
Sorry, I got carried away. To think I'd do something like that. You've always been like that.
葵と一緒にしないで
Don't mix me up with the likes of you. What? Even though you get lonely so easily?
葵じゃないから一人で寝たってどうってことないです
I'm not you, so I won't have any problem sleeping alone. I still remember that incident with the teddy bear, though.
ああもう人が夢叶えようとしてる時にいい加減にして
She's like, you guys are ruining the moment. Shut up. Anyway, oh, come on. Everyone's dreams are being fulfilled right now. Cut it out already. It's true, guys. Now's not the time. We're realizing a year plus of dreams. Hell yeah. Anyway, of course we already saw that, but you know, it was very moving the first time too. Hell yeah. They did it, guys. We did it. And then in the evening of that day.
さてそろそろかな
Well then, it's about time.
そろそろあ出た
Yeah, it is. Oh, there it is.
では地域のニュースです
Now, on to the local news.
今朝地元の学生たちが極めて珍しい雲の撮影に成功しました
This morning, local students succeeded in taking pictures of an extremely rare cloud.
これがその映像です
This is the photo they took.
なんだいアゲハや葵くんは映らないのかい
What? Ageha and Aoi aren't in it.
この後
That'll be later.
すごいですね
It's amazing.
この横に長い雲はモーニンググローリーと呼ばれオーストラリアで発生することは知られていましたがそれがこのように日本で発生するとは
This long horizontal cloud is known as the Morning Glory. It's known to appear in Australia, but this time it appeared in Japan, and...
説明はいいからさほらほらうちの子たち映しておくれよ
Oh, enough with the explanations. Come on, show our kids already.
お母さんうるさい
Mom, be quiet.
これは本当に貴重な映像ですよ
This is a really precious picture indeed.
これを撮影した学生たちは自作のグライダーで飛んだんだそうですよ
It's said that the students who took this picture flew in a glider they have built themselves.
しかもそのパイロットの一人は歩行が不自由で日常的に車椅子を使っており
Moreover, one of the glider's pilots is disabled and normally uses a wheelchair to...
映ったと思ったらことりちゃんかあの子美人なのねあ後ろ葵くんだよほらほら間違いない葵くんだ
What? Agaha's mom is so excited. Anyway, so the girl in the photo is Katori, huh? She sure is pretty. Oh, behind her, that's Aoi-kun. Look, that's definitely Aoi-kun.
いやーこうして見ても男前だねいいお婿さんになるよその日が楽しみだよ卒業したらすぐかな
Oh my, when I look at him like that, he's one handsome guy. He'll make a great son-in-law. I'm looking forward to that day. I wonder if they'll marry right after graduating.
だからお母さんうるさい
I told you to be quiet, Mom.
私まだ諦めてないからね
I still haven't given up. You should, Hotaru. He's definitely committed. The hot summer was over and a new school term began.
ニュース見たよすごいねハバネさんテレビデビューだよ
I saw the news. You're awesome, Habane. It was your TV debut.
サーリング部有名人になってるよ
You become a celebrity of the Soaring Club.
ああありがとう
Ah, thanks.
なんか元気ない
What, aren't you happy?
なんというか燃え尽きちゃったかないろいろだるいの
How should I put it? Maybe I'm burned out? I feel kind of sluggish.
あらら
Oh my.
それにどうにも気力が吸われて
And I feel as if my energy's been drained.
あいつらに
By those guys.
おーし久しぶり見たぜニュース
Hey, long time no see. I saw the news.
すげえなソアリング部
The soaring club's awesome. Hey, now, it's not that special.
姫木も映ってたよな
They showed Himegi too.
いやいやどうもどうも
Oh no, don't mention it.
で水瀬とついたと
So, I heard you got together with Minase.
水瀬この野郎羨ましいやつ
Damn, that Minase is one lucky son of a bitch. Well, haha.
いやいやまあそういうことで彼氏できましたありがとう
Aw, dude, she's so forward about it. I'm so happy. Anyway, well, that's how it is. I've got a boyfriend. Thank you. Hey, don't say that so loud.
にゃーん葵だって嬉しいくせに
But you know you like it.
ね甘すぎて胸焼けが
She's like, they're incessant. It's never free. She's like, see? This is so sweet. I'm getting heartburn.
あ
Ah.
ーなんかいいな私の彼氏作るかな
I envy you. I wonder if I'll find a boyfriend too.
ソアリング部は毎週土曜日飛行練習してます興味ある人見に来てね入部も歓迎だよ
The Soaring Club is flying practice every Saturday. Anyone interested can check it out. New members are welcome too.
元気よね
Hang on a minute, sorry. Just double checking. Okay. Anyway, alright, sorry. She sure is energetic.
お呼んだそうなの元気いっぱいなの
Oh, you called me? Sure, I'm full of energy. Yeah, this is just the beginning. We'll still be flying. Listen up, everyone. The sky is wonderful. She's like, oh god.
何なのこのテンションのさ
What's up with that enthusiasm between you two?
いやー新しい目標があるからかな
Well, maybe that's because there's a new goal. That's right, Ageha. Just when are you going to say it?
また始まった
Here we go again.
何のこと
What are you talking about? Just listen to this. No matter how big I wait, she refuses to say that she loves me.
ここまで来たら言ったら負けみたいな感じでさ
Since I've come this far, it feels like saying it would mean admitting defeat.
まだ言ってないわけ
You still haven't said it?
ありえないよあそこまでしておいて
I can't believe it. You came so far. I know. Can you believe she still hasn't said it? Ageha's father. Oh, Ageha.
お父さん何回見てるんですその場面ばっかり
How many times are you gonna watch this scene?
娘を持っていかれて悲しめない父親がいるか
There's not one father in the world who wouldn't be sad when his daughter's being taken away.
葵くんじゃないの変な男よりずっといいわよ
It's Aoi-kun. That's much better than some weird guy.
このグライダーは慶風学園ソアリング部の皆さんが自分たちで改良したもので
Members of the Keifu Academy's Soaring Club remodeled this glider by themselves. Oh, dude, look at that image. It's so cute. I can't stand it.
おっとこれはこれは
Ah, dude, they're so adorable. I can't even take it. Anyway, oh, there it is.
映画のワンシーンのようですね
It's like a scene from a movie.
あんなとこをテレビで流されておいて今更かよ
You're only showing this now?
爆発しやがれお前ら
Go blow yourselves up. Ageha, say it.
明日で世界が終わるっていう時になったら言ってあげる
I'll say it one day before the end of the world. No, now say it right now.
葵
Aoi, I love
すずの金属特性ってなんだ
I lost my periodic table. Do you have a spare one? Ah, you bully.
葵のそういう顔かわいい
You're so cute when you're making that face. That's not when you're supposed to say it. L and O, V and E.
硫黄とウランカリウムと要素
Lithium, oxygen, vanadium, whatever that is, and whatever the fourth one is. Ah, and I'm able to say I love you anytime and anywhere.
いつまでもずーっと一緒だよ
We'll be together forever.
いい加減にしなさい勘
Like Kotori's still in the back. She's like, give me a break, you two. She's like, please. Oh, dude, there it is. There it is. She never said I love you. Not one time. I mean, she did, but she was like completely out of it at the time, so it doesn't really count. But we finished it. That's the end. We did it, dude. Wow, what a roller coaster. Okay, so all in all, the ending was great. This episode was awesome. So I mean, genuinely, like all of the drama aside, the ending felt really good. You know, I mean, honestly, all joking aside, I don't love I don't love the whole Ageha refuses to say I love you thing, honestly. I wish she had just said it, and it never happened. Not one time. It didn't ever actually happen. Other than when she was, like, completely out of her mind because of events. Other than then, she didn't lucidly say it. And so, like, I don't love that whole point, and like I said in the beginning, I think, like, really what it comes down to is, like, because, like, this episode, this, like, ending part where, like, they're super sweet with each other, and, like, the couple of images we got at the end right there that were just super, super adorable, like, and then Ageha and Aoi together are so cute, and, like, I mean, that's kind of what I expected, but, like, for the more of the arc, I kind of expected almost this whole route to kind of be like that, you know what I mean? And so it's like, so I think that's why the rest of it was just, like, left such a bad taste in your mouth, because obviously that's not what the rest of it felt like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man, so it's like, I don't know, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's kind of a mixed bag, because the ending was great, and once that they were finally sweet, they were very sweet together, and they were super, super cute, and I do think it was great, but ultimately my thoughts on the route altogether. So I think it's still my least favorite one. The ending really helped it go from, like, this route sucks to, like, you know, it was a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag, because the ending was awesome. But I do think that they dragged out some of the drama, like, for the rest of it. I think it did hit a little bit worse than the other two. I think Kotori's route and Amane's route, I think that they were better feeling overall. As far as, like, you know, like, once the relationships were kicking off and, like, once everything else was happening, like, I think the other two routes handled the relationship part better with the drama of whatever was happening. Whereas Ageha's, it was, I don't know, like, the rest, there was a lot of like, you know, like, I don't know, you had to kind of wade through lots of suffering before you were able to, like, get to the really good stuff. And I think that, like, you know, although the ending was really good and this episode was much better, it was just, I don't think it was worth the other two episodes that we did. I think there was a little bit heavy on the suffering before we were able to get here. So ultimately, it's still my least favorite route, just because I think probably the writing on how they handled Ageha, because I really liked her, and I just think maybe they could have taken a different route on how they handled her route, I guess. You know, if they had taken a different approach, and if they hadn't made it so, like, leave such a bad taste in your mouth, you know? Because you had to endure so much to get to the good stuff that, like, at the end of it, you're like, you know, I think they could have done better. I think, like, I don't think I had to have suffered that much before we finally got to the end of it all. You know what I mean? Regardless, though. Really good ending, though. At least the ending was good, even if the rest of it was kind of a mixed bag. Like, I guess if we're gonna use my animes, my par reviews scoring system, which is often an easy way for me to figure out how I feel about things, I would give this route a 4 out of 5, where I would give the other two 5 out of 5s. Because although, just like in my anime reviews, this one, it mostly was pretty good, with one or two things that bothered me a little bit or whatever, you know what I mean? And it was enough to reduce its score, you know? So ultimately, I would give this route a 4 out of 5 because of the ending. Before this ending, at least because the ending was happy enough and good enough that it brings it back. Otherwise, it might have been a 3 out of 5. And so because the ending is good enough, it does bump it up to a 4, but not a 5. And I would give Kotori and Amane's both 5s for sure. And so, yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, ultimately, at least it ended well, and at least it was really cute at the end. Those last slides were so cute. As soon as I'm done recording here, I'm gonna hop into the gallery and grab those last few CGs that we got for my wallpaper rotation on my computer, because they were super cute. But I will not do that on camera because when I open the gallery, it will be full of a lot of the images will be NSFW stuff, and that means more editing for me. So I will wait till I'm done. Regardless, though, that's it for this episode. I don't quite know what the rest of the plan is. Technically, this will be a shorter episode, because especially after I cut out the 40-minute hentai scene, I mean, this episode's gonna be real short. But I think it's a good place to take a break anyway. So, we'll just have this be a shorter day. It's fine. Anyway, but as far as uploads go for what's planned next, now technically we have 2 more routes to go. We have Yoru and Asa. While we're on camera, though, I could just look really quick and see who's next. Let's see. So that was Ageha. So actually, Asa is the next route. And so yeah, the next route will be Asa, and then after you do Asa's route and after you clear it, then Yoru's route opens. And technically, I guess there is a bad ending, because if you fail to go after anyone specifically, but obviously we're not doing that one. So the next route will be Asa. And so I don't know if we will be jumping into the last 2 straight, or if we will take a little break and then jump into the final 2. At the moment, I would prefer to finish all of them before we jumped into anything else. But if Sunday rolls around and I need a break from reading and stuff, and I'm really not feeling it, we might take a little break just to give me time. But if I'm feeling better on Sunday, and if I'm feeling fine and we can just record it, then I will probably try and jump into Asa's route and we can just knock that one out. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as far as length goes. I don't know how long that will be, but I will see. I'm hoping that the twins' routes have a little less suffering. I expect that the endings, much like the rest of these, will be good, but I hope that the other 2 kind of follow the vein of Kotori and Amani's routes more than Ageha's, because I would prefer not to have to deal with so much suffering to get to the better endings. I would prefer to not have that be the trend, So we'll see. But that was very good progress. All we have now is we have Asa and Yoru left, their respective routes. The next one is Asa. So come Sunday, we will both kind of see if we're jumping into the next one of this game, or if we're hopping into the next route, or if we are taking a little break. Just gut feeling as of this moment, I assume I will feel totally fine by Sunday, and I imagine we'll be jumping into the next route, but we'll see. Other than that, uploads, the rest of that should be pretty normal. Just more this weekend. My Sunday, Monday should be just Divinity on Monday and stuff. Nothing unusual. And then just, of course, probably more of this game, but there might be a little break, and we might do something else briefly, but it'll probably just be this game. Anyway, that is going to call it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.